Well, first off, yeah, look, finally, wise up, and there it is, man with Sprite. Charge, stop, slash. Having repelled all of Caster's spells, Saber settled the match without giving anybody a chance to stop her. Charging speed, her footwork, and her attack were perfect. Her invisible sword slashed the enemy master. A surprise attack at the perfect moment. Saber's powerful splash splits Kazuki Soshiro in two. No, it should have split him in two. Bewilderment causes her to gasp. What is going on? Saber, still in the posture of having swung the sword, stares at the enemy in front of her with blank amazement. Even Saber does not understand what is going on. Perfect strike that was slashed horizontally. The attack is stopped. The sword has stopped before slashing the enemy's body, being caught between something. What? Can such a miracle occur? Her sword has been stopped by her enemy, Kazuki Soshiro. Knee and elbow. Her sword has been stopped, caught between his elbow and knee. What? Saber does not know, of course, that there is a technique to stop the enemy's blade with bare hands. That there are experts today who actually use it. But still, she would not have stood there in astonishment if this was a normal fight. But this is the battle of a servant. And the enemy is a mere human. For him to stop an invisible sword with his bare body, he must be insane. Man with Sprite is OP. Oh no! His voice is deep as if coming down from the ground. Saber's body moves. She tries to pull back her sword with all her might. At that instant, an unknown impact strikes her head from the back. What the fuck is this guy? She does not understand at all. In her first time fighting a man that can stop a sword barehanded, then could still be an attack with his bare hand. She was punched. The back of her head was hit from such a close range. She evades it, still not knowing what it is. Something's gone past her temple. Saber understands it's a fist strengthened by some magic, and she jumps. As she has a long weapon, she is at a disadvantage at close range against an unarmed opponent. Saber retreats to short range, the range where she can make use of her sword. Of course, she keeps facing her enemy while she does so. She is moving to get out of the range advantages of her enemy. It is an established rule to pursue a retreating enemy, but the enemy does not pursue her. Caster's master, the man who will be defeated if he stays there, does not move, and he pierces her through her solar plexus. She breathes out. She only feels the impact. The attack is stopped by her armor. Only the impact comes to her. The fuck? The impact continues. The thing aimed accurately at her vital points are human fists. Did she even have time to gasp? By the time she realized that his mountain-like fingers are the cause of the impact, the match had already been decided. The fuck is this? The fists shower down on her. The man's fists are fired in rapid succession, with heaviness and intensity as if they're made of iron. How should it be expressed? His arms are flexible like a whip, but they move in right angles. His arms are shot out like a flash. His forearms that move from there are like the technique of a fierce god. The almost invisible attacks are all attacking her in her weak spots. He allows no counterattack. Even her arms are targeted, and the pain reaches her core even through her armor. The attacks all come from outside to the inside. The swinging arms change direction, using the elbow as the fulcrum, and they beat Saber from impossible directions. They are sharp and dull. It is not an instant kill, but they contain poison that will lead to death. That is all that is contained in these attacks. Even though the fists cannot be avoided, they aren't that heavy. But the pain numbs her mind every time she receives a blow. Taking that small opening, the fist goes for the back of her head like a death scythe. Ah. She avoids it instinctively. Attacks going for her arms and body are fine, but the back of the head, would prove fatal for her. Therefore, Saber concentrates on that one attack. A monster that can stop a sword with his bare hands. Facing these strange attacks that she's experiencing for the first time, the only thing she trusts are her own instincts. The enemy's arms stop moving. His stance is like his arms, steady like a rock. Man moves. I can't take this. I can't take much more of this. What is different about the attack? Saber, who was avoiding all the fatal blows, could not dodge his attack. Her mind fades. The impact landing on the back of her head shakes her brain. I can't believe how many times Saber gets punked out. But she still manages to raise her hands. The man's attacks cannot penetrate through her armor. Then the man will go for her bared head. Saber raises her arms to protect her face. The impact comes through the arms. It's like a snake crawling through a thick forest. The enemy's fists easily make their way through. Her mind fades away. The body of the snake, his left elbow, smashes into her collarbone. Saber avoids it by retreating a bit and grips her sword. The course of the fist after that, she readies herself for the blow that will go for the back of her head from the left side. She cannot make light of him anymore. If the enemy is to take her consciousness, she will let him. But she will cut down his arms as compensation. She opens her eyes wide and she's astonished at the change. With the elbow as the fulcrum, the blow comes straight down from above. The circular orbit of his attacks change to a straight line. She instantly moves her neck to avoid the blow, going for her head. The impact lands on her shoulder. She glares at her enemy with her left shoulder destroyed, and her spine freezes up the instant she does so. The man moves back half of his body, his right hand that has not been used yet. The hand that has been placed at the height of her throat releases like a cannon. Unlike the previous attack that followed a line, this attack is executed as a point. A thrusting fist aimed at the person in front of him. With his force and precise accuracy, he should be able to pierce through her. With his charge attack, it should be able to pierce Saber's throat, break her bone, and smash her head to pieces. But it misses. Surprise attack is useless on her, as she has instincts bordering on precognition. The snake-like fist grazes past her neck. Seeing that, she tries to step in to attack, but at that moment, an unbelievable sound comes right beside her neck. Oh. The snake fang pierces her. The instant it is dodged, the attack that passes her uses its fingers to dig into her neck with a sound. What the fuck? The shock passes through her as a shudder. Yes, a hand is originally something used to grab, not punch. It must be supported by caster's magic, as the enemy's fingers easily squeeze off her neck. Saber's sword is raised. Her sword moves to cut off the enemy's arm before her neck is crushed. But she's unable to finish her attack. Before the sword is swung, her body itself is swung like a sword. She feels her body fly through the air and overswing like a pitcher. The man holds on to Saber's neck as he throws her with one arm, a fastball with a human as the ball. There is no way she can land safely from this. Her neck is scraped off and she smashes into a concrete wall at the speed of 200 kilometers per hour. Her body is forced to stop its action. I am... What have I just witnessed? Everyone watches it in astonishment. Not just me and Tasaka. Even Caster, who should be overwhelmed with victory, watches her master in astonishment. Even she doesn't know what the fuck is happening. What is happening? Saber's quick charge to Kazuki's counterattacks. From the nightmare-like neck grab to the perfect throw that fascinated even us. Saber doesn't move. She was thrown by her neck and smashed back first into the wall. The wound on her neck should be fatal. Even worse, she hit the wall with such speed. I don't think it killed her, but I'm sure she won't be able to move. At the very least, Saber will stay on the ground until I am baffled beyond the universe. Man with God with sprite. A god with sprite. At the very least, Saber will stay on the ground until the wounds on her neck and body heal. Oh, wait! I murmur without realizing. Even though his fists are strengthened using Caster's magic, Kazuki is only human. Who could possibly think that he would be able to overwhelm a servant in hand-to-hand not even hand-to-hand, it's hand-to-sword combat. And he... The lean figure turns. I'm gonna need more than that. Alright, I don't care. He just proved that to us. So, their roles as the one to fight and the one to support are reversed. The enemy, Kazuki, stares at Tasaka. The threat to him would not be Saber, but Tasaka, who is able to attack from a distance. That's why he won't attack us. He fully knows that letting a Magus fight a Magus would be the most sure way to a kill. Caster's like, I'm out. I don't know what that was.
いえ、セイバーには私が手を下します。宗一郎、あなたは残ったマスターを。
Kazuki silently nods and walks towards us. Caster faces Saber behind him.
ちょっと、セイバーは面食らってやられたけど、あいつのネタは分かってる。要は
I'm not happy. We just have to beat him before he gets close. Tozaka slowly retreats while glaring at Kazuki. Battle between a magus and a fighter is a fight for distance. Even though Kazuki has monstrous fighting techniques, he has no magic resistance. Therefore, we can win if we cast something. We win if we manage to cast a spell before he reaches us. Kazuki faces Tozaka and does not move. Caster is walking towards the wall where Saber is smashed. That action is a mistake. That's an opening I can take advantage of, so now I don't know. Okay, so the options are go help Saber and protect Tozaka. And honestly, I feel so useless right now. Because I have no chance against Caster. The Caster is a nightmare matchup. And after what I just saw from this guy, he beat Saber. This is the most definitive fight ever. He beat Saber. He just beat her. But I can't help her at all. I don't think I can. I think the best I can do is because I can't do anything to help Saber really at all. She's unconscious. The best I can do is protect Tozaka, and even that seems like an exaggeration, as I might be able to keep him at bay while she takes shots or strengthen some rocks that I pelt him or something. Okay. I'll protect Tozaka. Saber isn't dead yet. And though Kazuki was an unexpected monster, Saber hasn't lost yet. And besides, Caster shouldn't be able to finish Saber off. I put strength into my grip. I glare at Kazuki so as not to miss him even his blinking. The instant he faces Tozaka, I slide myself between them. Knowing Tozaka, I bet she'll jump instantly to the side to shoot Kazuki. There's no time to do so. It happens in an instant. The instant I think Kazuki body's wavered, he's in front of Tozaka. She's astonished, but Tozaka instantly points her hand at Kazuki. But the right hand that almost pierced Saber's neck strikes Tozaka right in her chest. Oh, fuck. Time stops for Tozaka. She's hit right in the center of her body and has her breath stopped. That's it. If she cannot breathe, she cannot cast her spell, and has most of her ability as a mage just cut off. She managed to instantly jump back, so the attack only stopped her breath. The next attack, even though she jumped back, is only a meter or so. Such a distance is not even considered a retreat against Kazuki. I move in between them. Using my wooden sword as a shield, I face Kazuki, who's about to attack Tozaka. He thrusts his fists. I can't see it. How did Saber avoid such a... I desperately protect my left side. I hear a heavy sound, the sound of my wooden sword breaking. I see Kazuki's getting ready for his next attack. I'll die. I feel it instinctively. My strengthened wooden sword was like metal. If he can destroy it in one blow, he can destroy any part of my body. I can't stop him. Tozaka is coughing painfully behind me. I can't see his attacks, and my only weapon was destroyed. His fist accurately goes for my temple. Miyashiro will die from the hammer-like attack. Having my head smashed off, I would probably splatter a rain of blood and brains. I'll die if I don't stop it. A weapon. I can't match him. I need a strong weapon to make up for the vast difference in our power. It's time to pull some swords out of my ass. It closes in on my brain. I imagine myself dying. No, if that happens, I'll die if I can't stop it. A weapon. I need a weapon. A weapon that he can't destroy. Not a quickly furnished weapon like a wooden sword, but a proven strong weapon. The finest quality at that. A weapon undeserved by me. Yes, the weapon he carries would probably be...
Torres.
I can't believe I'm... Oh my god. Then I'll make it. I'll make it even if it's impossible. I'll make it no matter what the consequences may be. I make myself believe that strengthening and reproduction, things that are already exist and things that do not already exist, are similar. That's right. There's no time to think. Fake is no matter what. Fake it no matter what. It does not matter if something gets destroyed in the process. I don't care, even if it's just a fake. Harry, forget everything. Don't I know that I'm not the only one who will be killed? If I can't stop it, Tosaka will. That spectacle. Tosaka speaks out for me. A deep voice. Is that Kazuki's voice? Something might have happened to my ears as I can't hear properly. No, not only my ears, but the senses of my limbs are too weak. Only my right eye is functioning. I watch the approaching fist. I observe as someone else's actions blocks the attack. My arms are about to rip off. Even though I have no feeling, I hear my nerves tearing off. In my hands are his twin swords. Yang sword, Kanchao, and Yun sword, Bakia. The names of the swords. Even though they're haphazardly reproduced, the swords still present their existence to the wielder. But I'm sorry, I can't project you guys perfectly with my skills. We spring apart. Twin swords that parried 30 attacks break as if saying they cannot take anymore. It's not because they lost against Kazuki's fist. The swords disappeared because I couldn't maintain their image. Twin swords must have been unexpected as Kazuki shows hesitation for the first time. Why couldn't you do this, when you got stabbed by your buddy, huh? Stop time and then pull... Oh... Then, strong wind is created in the intersection.
Saber!
I look towards the wall. Saber must have healed as she is standing up. Caster is backing away from her. Yes, that's why it was a mistake. Even though she was defeated, Saber still had her powers. So there's no way Saber, who was powerful magic resistance, could be cornered by Caster. It is Kazuki's role to finish Saber off. But Caster made a mistake. She must have been planning something, but that extra thinking caused her to lose out on her perfect chance. Caster's real obsessed with Saber. Kazuki retreats. He stands as if to protect Caster and he makes a precise decision.
マスター。いいえ、セイバーは手負いです。あなたなら先ほどのように。
Now Caster's being jobbed out to...
二度通じる相手ではない。侮ったのは私の方だったな。あと一芸手を凝らすべきだった。
Kazuki's right. Saber was cornered because Kazuki's techniques were too odd, but that's only up to now. I can't cope with it no matter how many times I receive them, but Saber is already used to the attacks. The main point of a tactic is not to have a concrete shape. Even though they are strong, Kazuki's attacks are too odd, so they are easily seen through. Therefore, they must be fatal on the first strike. That is the difference between a technique that is trained to an art and an action that is trained to the utmost limits.
わかりましたわ、宗一郎。ええ、サーバントである以上、マスターの命令には従わないといけませんものね。
Who was that directed at? Cass's robe flutters as she finishes. Oh, okay. There's nothing after that. The bluish-purple robe circles Kazuki as if through sorcery they disappear without a trace.
やられた。いくらなんでもこうなったらクズキは竜道寺から降りてこない。
Yeah, I don't know, maybe you should have brought Archer. After Castor and Kazuki disappear, without caring for her wounded chest, Tazaka grits her teeth in regret. I understand how Tazaka feels. Since we attacked them, Kazuki will now stay in the Ryoto Temple. So we will have to attack their territory if we are to defeat Castor. But the Ryoto Temple has a gate watcher called Assassin. Did Archer not take care of that? That should have been... Whatever. And Kazuki and Castor aren't easy enemies either. We'll lose if we just attack recklessly. But we have to go to the temple if we want to defeat Castor.
リン、忠告しますが、あの寺はサーバントにとって鬼門です。アーチャーを動員したところで、力押しでは勝機は薄い。私だってあの山がどれぐらい変化ぐらい分かってる。悔しいからってすぐに追いかけたりしないし、あなたのマスターを強攻策になんか巻き込まないわ。ではキャスターを撃つのは諦めると。冗談。やられっぱなしは性に合わないし、何よりキャスターは放っておけない。そのあたりあなたのマスターも同意見だと思うけど。
She asked me by looking at me. Saber must have followed Tazaka's example, since she looks as if she's asking me whether that is the case.
当たり前だ。いつまでもあの二人を放ってはおけない。キャスターは魔力集めをやめないだろうし、マスターであるクズキも止めないと言った。なら二人を倒すだけだ。竜道寺にはアサシンもいるようだけど、キャスターのマスターであるクズキを倒せばことは済む。
そうね。クズキ先生がおとなしくレイジを消させてくれるとは思えないけど、とにかく取り押さえればなんとかなる。当面はこっちも作戦を立てるしかないわけだけど。
Then, I don't know why, but Tazaka suddenly...
それよりエミヤ君、さっきのは何？あなたの魔術って強化だけじゃなかったの？
She asked me with a serious expression. Does she mean reproducing Archer's swords? Well, I'm still surprised myself, but I don't think she should glare at me for that. From her perspective, you clearly lied to her.
黙ってないで答えなさいよ。前に言ったわよね。俺が使える魔術は強化だけだって。
いや、そうだけど、初めにできたのが投影で、そっちは効率が悪いから強化にしろって教えられたんだ。あれ、こんなの言わなかったか、俺。
Oh my god.
言ってない。頭にくるぐらい聞いてない。
He glares at me. I don't know why, but Tasaka's really pissed.
じゃあ聞くけど、あなた、投影魔術は今回が初めてじゃないのね。
ああ、そうなるかな。強化の鍛錬に失敗した時、仕切り直すためによくやってた。でも、さっきみたいに役に立つものを投影できるわけじゃない。なんていうか、外見は似せられるけど、中身は空っぽだったんだ。
中身は空っぽ？何？外観だけしか複製しないってこと？
いや、ちゃんと中身も考えてはいるんだけど、うまくいかなかった。だから自分でも驚いてる。イメージしたものは本物には及ばないんだけど、さっきのは真に迫ってたからな。
Now, I'm now in the same position as Sasaki. It's like, why did you never tell me this?
じゃあ
I can't believe this.
あなたは強化より先に投影を習得したってこと？
習得っていうよりそれしかできなかったんだって。親父はそれじゃ何の役にも立たないから目先を変えて強化にしろって。
Kiritsugu sucks.
そうね。私でもきっとそうさせたわ。でもおかしな話よね。アーチャーの剣をあれだけ長時間複製できるくせに普通のものは投影できない。属性が限られているのかな。汎用性はないけどある事柄に関してのみ優れた魔術師ってのもいるし。
Sasaki starts thinking by herself. She does not even look at me.
とりあえず今日は帰りましょう。セイバーも自己回復に魔力を使ったようだし休ませてあげないと。
And she goes home like that. There's no one at the house. Always dead silent. My ears might still be screwed up as I can't even hear my own footsteps. The numbness in my limbs won't go away and I won't feel like I'm stepping on the ground. Surprised that I can still walk in this condition, I go with Saber to my room.
今日の鍛錬はなしにしよう。セイバーも疲れてるだろ。あんなひどい傷を負ったんだしさ。
I talk to Saber once we get to my room.
いいえ、私の方は問題ありません。回復のために魔力を消費しましたが、まだ十分に補えるレベルです。それよりシロ、あなたの方こそ体に異常はないのですか？
Yeah, he's made of swords.
いや、別に大丈夫だぞ。まだ手足が重いけど筋肉痛みたいなものだし、明日になれば楽になってるさ。
わかりました。ですが、もし体が痛むようでしたら声をかけてください。
ね、セイバーこそ何かあったら起こしてくれ。夜分に腹が減ったんなら夜食でも何でも作る。
I can't provide magical energy for her, so all I can do is make some food to cheer her up.
シロ、くれぐれも無理はしないように。
Saber goes to the next room.
そうだな。おとなしく寝るか。
Set my futon down and lay on it. My limbs are a bit numb. Might be the effect of magic I'm not used to doing, but I feel like I'll pass out if I let my guard down.
なんだ、本当に。
Guess I'm tired. The ringing in my ears annoys me, but I think I can still get a good night's sleep. I squeeze the futon. Feels like hot metal is coming up my throat. Every muscle, every bone in my body is messed up. I hear a grinding sound with my numb ears. The sound of creaking bones is coming from within me. What don't they like? My bones are twitching as if to complain to me, and my ribs are shaking as if to burst out of my body. Pain runs throughout my body. My whole body is pushed down by a great force, but the pain is coming from within. It's condensed in a small place, but the contradiction is that my body is expanding. On top of my futon, I wiggle around like a bug and try to bear the unknown pain. My brain's burning. My brain must not be able to endure this pain, as it is like a sauna now. I don't care if this is compensation for magic over my level, or if this is the anomaly Saber was talking about. But for some reason, I don't want to ask Saber for help. I don't want to worry her, and I have to be responsible for what I did. Fucking unbelievable. I suppress my moaning as I sweat. The clock I look at with my vague mind says it's not yet midnight. I should be able to escape the pain if I sleep, but I'm sure the pain will wake me up even if I do. I'm going into a daze. My mind's boiling up. The pain should go away once the sun comes up. But until then, I have to bear this pain for about 7 hours, and this fact by itself seems like a bad dream. Interlude? What do you mean interlude? Woo. The place is not pleasant for him. Frustration and illusion, envy and jealousy. This place, permeated with emotions, is like a cursed room. It should have been this, but this room was never used for him. Oh, we're back. This is all his illusion. A stranger's child spent a few years in here and threatened the Mato blood for a long time. That's the only past he knows. His father never said anything, but his grandfather told him a bit of what happened here. His father did not choose him and decided to kill off the Mato blood, but his grandfather wished for the revival of the Mato family. That's why he has no feelings towards his father. His father taught him existence and failure. His grandfather taught him superiority and privilege. Thinking about what his mother gave him, Shinji laughs. First of all, women are not needed at the Mato household. He heard that his mother is some carrier, but she must have become useless after giving birth. He can bet on it that he'll find what used to be his mother in this room. What the fuck? He has no intention of searching for such a thing. First of all, he does not want to see that which gave birth to his unskillful body. The basement is filled with decay. Strange worms are wriggling around deep within the dark. There should not be any more nutrition to suck on here, but the worms are still living here in this underground training area. No. From the beginning, this place has been used not to raise people, but to raise bugs. What can be seen inside the dark are swarms of bugs with black wings. Even the shadows on the walls must be black bugs. In it all, a golden man unsuited to this lowest pit is there. The golden man, Archer, does not look at his master and just stares into the dark. They did it. The madmen did it.
僕らの行動には目をつぶるってさ見どころがあるやつだって思ってたけど本当に使えるよなあいつ要するにさ僕たちが何をやったって 音がめなしってことだろそれ。
Talking into the light, he walks towards Archer. Archer finally notices his master. The red eyes move.
いや、別に文句を言いに来たわけじゃない。君がどこで何をしていようと構わないさ。サーバントの自由意志ぐらい尊重するよ。
What a worm.
僕は他の連中と違って猟犬が広いからね。
Shinji's pressured by the red eyes, but he still approaches Archer. Even if Archer may be an ominous existence, he is only a servant. Therefore, he maintains his arrogance against Archer. He shows leniency, but he still displays that he is the stronger one.
そうか。琴美には随分とお前を買っているようだな。
ああ、何でもじいさんには借りがあるんだって。得体の知れない三流埋寿司が残るより、僕のように歴史のある血筋が勝利すべきとか言ってたな。そんなの当然じゃないか。何を今更って気はするけど、まあ人を見る目だけはあるよ。一応世話になったしさ。聖杯を手に入れたら礼の一つでもやろうと。
Joyful laughter echoes through the room.
それじゃあ始めようか、アーチャー。もう人目を気にする必要もないんだ。手っ取り早く殺しまくってさ、じゃんじゃん魂を食べて強くなってよ。そうしたら次はあいつらだ。目障りなセイバーを潰してエミヤにお礼参りをしないとね。
He pats Archer on the shoulder. Archer watches as if something unpleasant has touched him.
何？ほら、行くって言ってるんだよ、アーチャー。
You're gonna get yourself killed, man.
どこの英雄だろうが、サーバントってのはマスターの命令には絶対服従なんだろ。
He must have imagined himself. Okay, no, I got it. He must have imagined himself raping Saber and letting his friend crawl on the ground. Oh my god. He orders Archer in high spirits. But the golden man does not move.
シンジ、お前は聖杯というものを理解していない。
And he says his master's name for the first time.
聖杯が欲しいのなら他のマスターなど放っておけ。連中は所詮生贄に過ぎ。真に聖杯を手にするというのなら先に抑えておくべきものがある。
先に抑えておくべきもの。
The boy, Mato Shinji, looks at his servant. His feet are moving back unconsciously as he has let go of Archer's shoulder.
まずはそれを手に入れようか。俺は聖杯を手に入れるためにお前に力を貸している。我らにとって共通の目的は聖杯だけだから。ま、お前の気持ちはわからんでもないが、復讐は気持ちがいい。快楽を求めるのは人の証だ。するべきことを済ませたのなら、お前の遊びにも付き合おう。
Archer smiles for some reason. Sensing something evil in it, Shinji finally feels uneasiness about the servant's identity. The eighth servant. Heroic spirit that should not exist. The strongest king of heroes, said to have existed since the last Holy Grail War.
そういえば聞いてなかったね。
Shinji speaks, still trying to preserve his superiority.
なん聞けば答えるぞ、マスター。
お前の望み、聖杯を手に入れたらさ、お前はどうしたいんだ、アーチャー。
It's a natural question. Heroic spirit that is half immortal and has all the treasures in the world. What can the man possibly wish for now?
なんだ、そんなことも知らなかったのか。
Archer says so with surprise. His face is smiling, as if he found a small happiness.
我は豪勢なものを許す。装飾カビなど最もめでるべきものだ。だ。余分なものに与える意義などない。
余分なもの？
昔の話なのだがな。10人の奴隷を選んだ。その中でいなくとも良いものを殺そうとしたことがある。どうなったと思う？シンジ。
Kill the one that I did not need.
は？みんな奴隷なんだろう。なら全員殺したんじゃないの？
いやいや、それがな、一人も殺せなかった。いかな人足とはいえ、無駄なものなどいなかったのだ。
He shrugs his shoulders ironically and steps forward. A deeper darkness. He raises his foot over the dark shadow.
だが、この世界には余分が溢れている。10人どころか、1000人という人間を選んだところで、殺せない人間など出てきまい。まったく、恐ろしく人間に優しい世界になったもので。
わけわかんないな。結局何が欲しいんだよ、アーチャー。お前だって欲しいものがあるから聖杯を手に入れようって言うんだろ。ならば。
Archer does not answer. The golden man does not even turn to his master and...
簡単な話だ。多いということは、それだけで気色が悪い。
lowers his raised foot into the darkness. A smashing sound. On the ground are numerous smashed bugs, with more swarming around.